MakeMKV is the first software we're going to use. Now when you load it, first we'll go under View and Preferences to set your data directory. Under Source, you can select your DVD drive where your disk is loaded. To verify, you can open Explorer. In my case, I have the DVD in drive I, so that's what I want to select as my source in MKV. And when all that looks good, you'll click on the DVD icon. Now, it's not ripping anything, it's just reading the file information from the disk. And from this information, we can select which audio tracks we want, which subtitle tracks we want, as well as which video files we would like to work with. The largest is the one that has all of the files in one, and you can see here it has 3 separate audio tracks and 4 separate subtitle tracks. You'll see the same structure for each individual episode. 3 audio tracks. In this case, we have 5 subtitle tracks. This is where you can check which episodes you would like to encode and which audio and subtitle files you would like to add. Under title information, they do allow you to copy it. That'll just give you the information on each individual file, the name, the length, and the size. You want to set your output folder. For properties, I leave it as name and blank. Now you may have a lot of titles checked, so you can either right click and uncheck all. So in this case, we're going to just work on one episode. So I'm deselecting all of the other ones. And when you're ready, click on MakeMKV. The longer your episode or movie is, the longer this process will take. Once it's completed, we can go ahead and do the second episode. Again, we're going to bring over all of the audio and subtitle tracks. And when we're ready, we'll click on MakeMKV. Once completed, we'll use VLC to test to make sure everything is correct. For episode 1, the audio tracks for the MKV are English, French, and Dutch. And the subtitle tracks are there. The English, French, Dutch, Arabic, and English. And the second episode, using VLC to test to make sure everything's working. The audio tracks are brought over, the English, French, and Dutch. And the subtitle tracks are there, English, French, Dutch, Arabic, and English. So everything is brought over with MKV. The second part of this is the Handbrake software. And once we load it, it'll give us 3 options for the source selection. From the drive itself, individual file, or folder. In this case, we made 2 episodes. We're just going to refer to the folder. It'll bring both of them in, and here under source, under title, is where you can select which episode to start with. So we're just starting with episode 1. And the first thing we want to do under picture is make sure the width is increased as much as it can go, as well as the height. Filters, we can skip that. Video. Under frame rate, we want to select same as source. That'll make sure that all the audio and video stays in sync. And for quality, we are dealing with DVD episodes. So 20 I found to be the perfect threshold for HD. That way you'll have the highest quality at the lowest file size. Under the audio tracks, now remember we have 3 audio tracks. So here, all you want to do is make sure, now you can see here we have English, French, and Dutch, 3 individual tracks. So in order to add them to the MP4, we want to click on the Add Track button. And in this case, the second track we'll select as French. Click on Add Track again, and the third track we'll add as Dutch. Here we can select different codecs and bit rates. But if you want the audio to be untouched, under codec, just select Audio Pass-Through. And for naming your audio tracks, when you're going to pick it through your player, you'll just click on that arrow and give it a track name. So here we'll give it English. Under Subtitles, we want to click on Configure Defaults. And this will allow us to set removable subtitles. So for track selection, we want to select first matching selected language. For burn-in behavior, we'll select none. Then we'll check add closed caption when available, and remove, or we'll uncheck, add foreign audio scan. We'll just select each of the languages that we'll have as a subtitle track. So in this case, I have English, French, and Netherlands, and we'll just move that over to the right. These are the settings that will allow you to have removable subtitle tracks. And we'll click Save. And just like with the audio track, we'll select each individual one. So the first one will go English. Click on Add Track and we'll select the second track, which is French. Click on Add Track again, the third track, which is Dutch. Click on Add Track again, the fourth track, which is Arabic. And add track a last time, the fifth track will be English. So to ensure that it's removable, the first subtitle track you're going to check as forced only and burn in, with default being unchecked. All of the other checkboxes can be clear. This is the setting that will allow you to have removable subtitles on your video. Then you click on Browse and set the name of the file that you're going to call it. So here I have it as d1ep1.mp4. And we'll add that to the queue. When we're done, you'll select the second title from the source and follow the same steps, and then also add that to the queue. So you'll have 2 episodes ready to be encoded in the queue. Now just a quick test, we'll go back to import this queue here. As a test, if we wanted to change a setting, we can import the queue, and if you click on the details page there, it'll import it back into Handbrake. For testing here, the subtitle track, we're going to switch the first track to French and the second track to English. And the audio track, we're going to change the first track to Dutch, and the second track will leave French, the third track will make English. And this is on our episode 2. And again, we'll add that back to the queue, and then we can continue. So the queue is always something you can pause. You can go back and change the project if you need to. Now when we're finished here, just testing again with VLC, testing the Handbrake file, the first episode, we are just making sure the subtitle tracks and the audio tracks are as we want them to be. So here the subtitle track is first French, Dutch, Arabic, and English. And the audio track we have is English, French, and Dutch. So that tested fine. The second episode, which we went back to change, again we have the audio track is Dutch, French, and English, which is what we changed earlier back in the queue. And the subtitle track here, we have English, Dutch, Arabic, and English. And the other reminder, in VLC you can go to Tools, Media Information, and Codec, and it will list all of your streams, your video streams, and your audio streams, and your subtitle streams. So it's always nice to use that as a verification. And that is how you will encode and configure for MakeMKV and Handbrake. Thanks for watching. Be sure to subscribe, and we'll see you in the next video.